Question 4. Darul carried out an experiment with 4 slices of bread to find out if the amount of sugar affects the rate of growth of the bread mold. So he prepared 4 setups A, B, C and D as shown below. So the question here is, which 2 setups should he use in order to ensure a fair test? So in a fair test, only one variable is changed while the rest are kept the same. So in this case, let's take a look at the 4 setups. For setup A, okay, let's look at the legend first. The legend shows that 1 spoon represents 1 spoonful of sugar poured onto the bread before the start of the experiment. So in this case, there are 4 spoonfuls of sugar poured onto the bread before the start of the experiment. The bread is placed in a cupboard. Fresh bread is being used. So that is setup A. For setup B, again 4 spoonfuls of sugar is being poured onto the bread. The fresh bread is being used and the bread is being placed on a table. For setup C, no sugar is poured onto the bread. Fresh bread is used and the bread is placed on a table. For the last one, setup D, okay, 1 spoonful of sugar is being poured onto the bread. Toasted bread is being used and the bread is placed on the table. So if we look at the 4 setups, the bread used is fresh bread and toasted bread. But for a fair experiment, the bread used must be the same. So setup D is out because toasted bread is being used. So we have between setups A, B and C to choose from. And then we have the location which is placed on the table or placed in a cupboard. The location must remain the same. So setup A cannot be considered because it is placed in a cupboard. So we have setup B and C. Let us check. For B, we have 4 spoonful of sugar placed onto the bread before the start of the experiment. For setup C, we don't have any sugar placed onto the bread. The aim of the experiment is to find out if the amount of sugar affects the rate of growth of bread mold. So the change variable should be the amount of sugar. So in this case, B and C would make a fair test. So answer is 3.